Have you ever thought about how the smallest things can make the biggest difference? Maybe a single flower blooming in the garden after a long winter, or a neighbor waving through the window just when you needed a little lift in your spirits. Sometimes life is like that, a 5-minute change, just a few minutes of care for a garden, a neighbor, or even for our own legs. I ask because today I want to talk with you about something gently powerful. It may seem simple, but it's one of the best gifts you can give yourself as the years go by. It's the 5-minute leg workout, something I believe every senior, yes, you and me, my friends, should consider starting today. I'm Albert, and this is Golden Age Wisdom, where we share thoughtful ways to keep living fully and well. Thank you for joining me. You know, sometimes folks hear the word workout and think of sweaty gyms or bouncing around with a television instructor. But the truth is, movement can be as gentle as a songbird's chirp in the morning, as familiar as tying your own shoes. I'd like to spend a little time, just the two of us, sharing why these 5 minutes matter, how small shifts, quietly done, can help you find steadier balance, stronger steps, and maybe even a lighter heart. Over the years, I've heard countless stories from friends, neighbors, and even those I bump into at the grocery store. Stories of little things leading to wonderful changes. It's never too late to start, and it's never too early either. Today, I'll walk you through 5 simple exercises you can try, right at home. Each one is designed with care to be safe, gentle, and especially tuned for folks like us. And along the way, I'll share the quiet wisdom I've gathered over my many years, because together we can make each day a little brighter. Before we begin, let me gently remind you of something. It's always wise to check with your doctor before trying anything new, especially if you have ongoing health conditions or concerns. Think of it as checking in with a trusted neighbor before going on a walk together. Now, let's set aside worries and hurries. Take a deep breath. Relax your shoulders. Picture your favorite chair. Maybe there's a bit of sunlight coming in through the window. That's the space I want you to imagine for these next few minutes. Because in our golden years, the little joys can make all the difference. Let's start with our first gentle step. Section 1. Why your legs matter more than ever. When I was a boy, my grandfather, Wilbur, used to say, "Take care of your feet, and they'll carry you through life." I used to chuckle at that, thinking he was just referring to sensible shoes. But as I grew older, I realized the strength in our legs is what lets us get up and greet each new day. Our legs are like the sturdy roots of a great oak tree. They keep us grounded, steady, and strong. As time moves along, sometimes our roots need a little extra support. Maybe you've noticed getting up from a chair isn't quite as easy as it used to be. Or perhaps walking across the kitchen floor feels just a bit more wobbly. That's all right. It's not a reason for shame or worry. It's simply a gentle nudge from your body, asking for a bit more attention. You see, strong legs aren't about running marathons or dancing all night. They're about simple things, standing tall when you greet your grandkids at the door, taking steady steps to the mailbox, or venturing out to tend your roses. It's about daily independence, the kind that makes morning coffee taste just a bit sweeter. A friend of mine, Ruth, once told me how she was afraid of falling after a little slip in her kitchen. She found herself hesitating, moving slower, feeling nervous. But over time, with a few careful minutes each day, she built up her strength and found her confidence again. So, even 5 short minutes, practiced with care, can bring remarkable changes. Our legs are both our roots and our wings, the key to staying steady, adventurous, and proud in any season of life. Section 2. 5 gentle minutes. Why this routine works. Now you might wonder, Albert, is 5 minutes really enough? I hear that question a lot. And let me tell you, 5 minutes can matter, especially when done most days with gentle focus. These moments aren't about sweating or straining. Imagine instead a gentle morning stretch, the kind that quietly warms your bones. We're looking for simple, smooth movements. Each one wakes up your muscles and joints, brings some cheer to your circulation, and helps keep those lovely legs moving the way you want. Why 5 minutes? Well, I find that when things feel manageable, we're more likely to make them a habit. And habits, my friends, are the building blocks of a sturdy, satisfying life. A neighbor of mine, Harold, who's always quick with a story or a pun, started walking to his mailbox every day after breakfast. At first, he would pause halfway there to catch his breath or admire the squirrels. But with time, his steps grew stronger. Now, he tells me he looks forward to those moments, rain or shine. These exercises can become like Harold's mailbox walk, something to look forward to, not dread. An act of kindness for yourself. And I promise, you don't need fancy equipment. A sturdy chair, a bit of open space, and a willingness to begin are all you need. Section 3. The 5-minute leg workout. Step by step. Let's walk through this together, like two old friends taking a stroll. Take as much time as you need for each step. Remember, it's not a race. If you're watching this from your favorite armchair, take a moment to sit tall, feet flat on the floor, back supported. If you prefer to stand, that's wonderful too. Just find a sturdy surface nearby, something you can hold on to if you need it. Exercise 1. Marching in place. Think of this as a gentle wake-up call for your legs. If you're seated, lift one knee at a time, like you're marching in a slow parade. If you prefer standing, do the same, raising one knee, then the other. Only as high as feels comfortable. Even a little lift is just fine. Breathe in and out with each movement. Maybe let your arms swing a bit at your sides, if that feels good. I remember my dear friend Dorothy, who would do this movement every Sunday morning while waiting for her toast. She'd say, "It's my way of letting the day know I'm ready to begin." Try this for about 30 seconds. Go at your own pace. Think of it as greeting your legs. Hello there, old friends. Let's move together. Exercise 2. Heel and toe taps. Next up, let's give our ankles a little love. Still sitting? Place your feet flat on the floor. Then, gently lift your toes up, keeping your heels down. Next, press your toes down and gently lift your heels. Repeat, rocking back and forth. This wakes up your lower legs, the part that helps you stay steady and upright. If you prefer to stand, you can do the same. Just hold on to the back of your chair for support. This movement always reminds me of the first day of spring, when tiny shoots push out of the ground, testing the air. Our feet are finding their rhythm, reaching for new energy. Try this for another 30 seconds. Remember to breathe. You might even smile. I find these little movements bring a quiet joy. Exercise 3. Seated leg extensions. Still in your chair? Good. Sit a bit forward, plant your feet on the floor. Now, slowly straighten one knee, raising your foot until your leg is out in front of you. Hold for a moment, count to 2, then gently lower it back. Switch to the other leg. Take your time. It's not about speed, it's about smooth, careful movement. If you're standing, you can try this holding onto your chair, straightening one leg behind you, then the other. Only go as far as feels comfortable. My friend Bill, who always wore the same battered cap, would do these movements after his morning paper route. He said it helped him stay limber for whatever the day might bring. Try 5 or 6 on each leg or a half minute's worth, whichever feels right to you. Exercise 4. Sit to stands. Now, here's a powerful one. It's the key to getting up easily from your chair, your bed, or even your car. Start by sitting close to the edge of your seat, feet flat on the floor, hands crossed over your chest or on your lap. Press down through your feet, lean forward slightly, and gently stand up. If you need to use your hands for support, that's absolutely fine. Take a moment to steady yourself, then gently sit back down. Repeat this a few times, perhaps 5 or 6, or as many as feels comfortable with good form. If standing up is tricky, just practice the movement halfway, or even imagine standing without lifting off. The idea is to tell your muscles, "I haven't forgotten you." Ruth, the friend I mentioned earlier, started with just 1 or 2 of these a day. Soon, she could rise from her armchair without a second thought. That feeling of freedom, it's worth its weight in gold. And while we're here, may I gently invite you to share your own favorite little movements? Is there a small exercise you do each day that helps you feel strong? Maybe a stretch or a way you like to step outside? I'd love to hear about it. Leave a comment down below if you're comfortable. Your advice could be just the encouragement someone else needs. Exercise 5. Standing calf raises. Finally, we'll wake up the backs of our legs. Standing behind your chair, gently hold on. Feet hip-width apart. Now, slowly lift your heels, rising up on your toes, then gently lower yourself back down. It's a small movement, but it builds steady ankles and calves, the parts of our legs that help us push off with each step. If you're sitting, you can do this by lifting your heels up and pressing your toes down just as before. The important thing is the intention. You're telling your legs, "I trust you. I want you strong." Try 10 gentle rises, or do it for half a minute. When you finish these 5 movements, notice how your legs feel. Maybe there's a bit of warmth or a new steadiness, as if you've walked through a patch of sunlight. Take a deep breath in and thank yourself for these few minutes of kindness. Section 4. Consistency. The gentle secret. Let me tell you something I've learned after many decades and even more pairs of slippers. Life isn't made by grand gestures. It's the daily choices, the simple, sturdy habits that shape our days. A 5-minute leg workout, done most mornings or evenings, can become as comforting as a cup of tea. Over weeks, you might notice you rise from your chair with more ease, or walk a little farther down the driveway. You may not even realize the change right away. It can be as quiet as moss growing on a river stone. But one day, you'll notice and smile. My late wife, Ethel, loved her routines. Every afternoon at precisely 3, she'd pause for her stretches. She'd say, "Little by little, you build a better day." And she was right. Don't worry if you miss a day or feel a bit stiff sometimes. Just pick up again the next time you remember. This isn't a race, and there's no need for perfection. It's a gift you can unwrap, a little at a time. Even if you only do one of these 5 movements, that's a victory in my book. And as always, if something causes pain or feels wrong, stop. Adjust to what feels good for your body, or reach out to a health professional for extra guidance. Section 5. Making it a meaningful habit. It can help to tie your 5 minutes to something else you already do, maybe right after making morning coffee, or while waiting for your oatmeal to cook, or even as you listen to a favorite song from your youth. Habits grow when rooted in something familiar, like a garden tended beside the porch swing. A friend of mine, Dorothy, would hum her favorite hymn as she did her leg swings. She found that music made the movement more joyful. You might like to play a radio, or listen to the birds through an open window. Make the moment yours. And remember, it's never silly to celebrate these efforts. You could jot down a check mark on a calendar or simply say out loud, "Thank you, legs, for carrying me today." Little rituals, done often, create a comforting rhythm we can rely on. If you found this video helpful so far, I kindly ask, give it a like, or maybe consider subscribing to our channel, Golden Age Wisdom. That way, you'll always know when there's another gentle tip waiting for you. Thank you for your trust. It means so much to me and to everyone sharing this journey. Section 6. Overcoming the common hurdles. Now, I know that for some, even these 5 minutes may feel daunting. Maybe it's a busy household, or you live alone and sometimes find it hard to get started. Maybe there's the weight of pain or fatigue, aches that whisper doubt into your plans. Firstly, let me say, you're not alone. Many of us face these hurdles, and there's no shame in working with what you have. Some days, 5 minutes may turn into 2. Sometimes, movement is as simple as flexing your toes while watching your favorite program. Start where you are. There are no medals for pushing too hard, but there's great honor in showing up for yourself in whatever way you can. If you're longing for encouragement, try calling a friend and inviting them to do the routine with you, even if you're both in different houses. I've seen neighbors wave to each other through windows, each lifting their knees, feeling cheered by the shared activity. If pain or balance is troublesome, do the moves sitting down. If you tire fast, rest between each exercise. Some movement is better than none, and your body will notice bit by bit. Remember Bill and his battered cap? He used to say, "Any day you move, you're a step ahead of yesterday." Be gentle with yourself. This is not about keeping up with anyone else, but giving yourself the best chance to enjoy today, and tomorrow too. Section 7. The Hidden Blessings of Movement. Beyond. Stronger steps. There are so many blessings to be found in these small acts. Gentle leg exercises bring fresh blood to tired muscles, nourish the mind, and renew a sense of possibility. Many people tell me their mood lifts after moving, as if they've thrown open a window and let in a fresh breeze. Some say they sleep better or notice less stiffness in the mornings. Others find that their confidence blooms like a houseplant finally given sunlight. There's even evidence that keeping your legs strong can help with balance, reduce the risk of falling, and make daily tasks easier, from taking out the trash to standing at the stove, to playing on the floor with great-grandchildren. I think of these benefits as little ripples on a pond. Each time you move, you send out waves of goodness, touching not just your legs, but your spirit, your mind, and all those who care for you. And sometimes, the greatest blessing is the simple pride in doing something, however small, to care for yourself. That self-kindness, I've learned, is the beating heart of well-being. Section 8. Encouragement for your journey. As we draw near the end of our time today, let me offer some gentle words of encouragement. No matter where you're starting from, your effort matters. Just as a single candle can light up a dark room, just a few moments of movement each day can bring brightness to your health and your outlook. If you ever doubt whether it's worth it, remember the stories I've shared of Ruth, Dorothy, Bill, Harold, and all the others who found new strength simply by showing up for themselves. And remember, too, that you have your own story to write. Even when the world feels busy and the years seem to move quickly, this 5-minute routine is your time, a soft patch of ground just for you in the garden of each day. If you'd like, share a memory below of how movement has helped you, or maybe a funny story. We all love a good laugh now and then. I read every comment, and they always warm my heart. Remember to subscribe if you've enjoyed our time together. And if you know a friend who might benefit, perhaps a neighbor, a sibling, or someone from church, kindly share this video with them. Sometimes, a small nudge is all it takes to help someone else find their own sturdy roots. Outro. Wrapping up with kindness. So, my dear friends, thank you for these minutes together. You've just taken a meaningful step toward strong, steady legs and an even more joyful life. As you go about your day, may your feet find soft ground and your heart gentle encouragement. Whether you do this 5-minute routine once a week or every morning, know that you are tending not just your body, but your spirit too. We all have chapters, both bright and difficult, in our story. But today, we started a new page, one marked by self-care and hope. I'd love to hear from you before you go. What's one small habit or movement that's brought more ease, joy, or steadiness to your life? It could be as simple as walking to the mailbox, stretching before bed, or even humming a favorite tune. Leave your story in the comments. It might just brighten another viewer's day. If you found comfort or help here, please like this video, subscribe to Golden Age Wisdom, and share it with someone who could use a little encouragement. We're a community, not just a channel, and every voice and view adds warmth. Thank you for trusting me, dear friends. Remember, as the sun rises and sets, every day offers a new moment to care for yourself with kindness. I'll be here, cheering you on, one steady step at a time. Take care, be gentle, and I hope you have a wonderful, peaceful day. Until next time, this is Albert, wishing you health, happiness, and legs strong enough to carry you wherever your dreams may wander.